Magicae Maxima, come to me. Huh, that's weird. Nothing happened. Huh? What was that?
Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
Oh, Hey everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey Media here, and welcome to another somewhat 2022 movie review. However, this is not a theatrical release review. This is my review of a movie that, honestly, the first movie came out way before I was even born. And so when I saw it, I had to watch the first one in order to understand this one. And that, as you can kind of tell by the beginning of the video, this is my review of Hocus Pocus 2. Yep. Hocus Pocus 2 is the sequel to the original Hocus Pocus from 1993, which was literally 5 years before I was even born. And this sequel takes place 29 years after the events of the first Hocus Pocus. Spoiler alert for the first one. So basically what happened was these three sisters, known as the Sanderson sisters, kill a young girl named Emily Binks by sucking the life out of her to keep them young. And then they are about to be hanged by the townspeople of Salem, but unfortunately they accidentally allow them to read a spell from their book, saying that if a virgin were to light the black candle on Halloween night on the full moon, that they would return from the dead to take their revenge on Salem. So that's basically what the whole first movie was about. And then we even get the introduction of a supposed lover that we didn't even technically see at the beginning of the first movie, which was a zombie version of some guy named Billy Butcherson. Now, this movie actually dives deeper into his character and the way his story was told compared to the first movie. And we do see way younger Sanderson sisters in this movie than we did in the first one. We actually get some more intel as to why they were even frowned upon in Salem. And because in this movie, it explains that they were banished from Salem. And that was an interesting story. However, it's also revealed how they got their powers, where they got book, and now this, like I said, this movie dives deeper into different character arcs, like Billy Butcherson. And I tell you, that little segment you kind of saw at the beginning of the video, that was part that after that segment was a little bit of a song number that they literally recorded for this movie, and I thought that was great. But I still think, it's a good movie, just not too great, because again, I never technically watched the first one when it first came out. So when I watched it about a few weeks ago to get prepared for this movie, I was really surprised though when the guy who directed that first installment was the same guy who did the Descendants movies, which I did do a review of Descendants 3 on my channel. Probably put the link for that in the description below. But Hocus Pocus 2 was released on Disney Plus, and like I said, you can't see it in theaters. That's why I said this wasn't a theatrical review. But and we also are introduced to three new young girls who. One of them ends up becoming a witch on her 16th birthday, and it seems like they're passing the torch, so to speak, from the Sanderson sisters to this new trio of girls. And there's only one character in this movie that I know plays two characters at the same time. But I'm not going to say which one, but I'll tell you that the actor I'm referring to has also been in movies like Alvin and the Chipmunks 4, Toy Story 4, funny how he's always in the fourth movie of everything, except for this one. But I think it was interesting the way this story was. If I had to choose between both the first and the second, which one I like better, I would say this one. Because this one is more energetic. It goes more deep into the stuff that goes on in my time. Like I said, the first movie came out 5 years before I was even born, so I didn't even know a lot about what was going on during that time period. But like I said, this movie was definitely okay, just not a great film, because again, I never got into it. But anyways, let me give you my rating of the movie. So for my rating of this sequel, again, if I had to give the first movie a rating, that one would probably get like a 3 out of 5. This one, I would give a 3.5 out of 5. Yep, it's somewhat in the middle of good and great, but not too great per se. And yeah, that's basically my review of Hocus Pocus 2. And as always, I will see all you ghouls and goblins in the next video.